you've probably seen a pattern developing over the course of parabolas and circles and ellipses and now hyperbolas, where we spend the first 2 days talking about graphing them and finding all the different parts and going in the forward direction, okay? And then we spend the 3rd day going in the reverse direction. Well, today is the 3rd day of hyperbolas, so we are going to be going in the reverse direction today of hyperbolas. Okay? So, I give you this scenario, okay, that the vertices of this hyperbola are at 0, -4 and -4, -4. I also give you the fact that the slopes of the asymptotes are plus and minus 3. Okay? That's the only information that I'm going to give you. And the question that I'm going to ask you is, 1, write the equation of that hyperbola, and 2, I want you to graph said hyperbola. Okay? So that's what we're given today. So we know already that the vertices are at 0, -4 and -4, -4. So we could put those on our graph. 0, -4 is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, wait, tap the brakes. Now we got a properly aligned graph. So we've got a vertice at 0, -4 and at -4, -4. Okay? Simply based off of that information, where the 2 vertices are, do we know anything else? Bailey, what do you got for me?
Center.
Where is the center?
-2, -4.
-2, -4. How did you come up with that?
Because it's in the middle of the vertices.
It's the midpoint of the 2 vertices, right? Yep, so my center is right there. Anything else based off of all of that information? Matthew? Is? No.
2.
What?
2.
What's 2?
A.
A? Why? The vertices are 2 away from the center. Yes. Is that what you were going to go with, Jacob, too?
No.
What else you got?
Where it opens.
Which way does it open?
Left and right.
Why is it open left and right?
That's where the vertices are.
Because the vertices are aligned horizontally. Yeah. Both of those are good. Okay? So we know that it opens left and right. We know that A is 2. Love it. Yeah? Let's see. Let's go back up here. So, and do we know? Okay, so anything else we know with vertices? Just based on those vertices. I don't think there's anything else that we know based off of that. Okay, so now let's go to the fact that the slopes of the asymptotes are plus and minus 3, positive and negative 3. What does that tell me? Or, conversely, how could I use that? The fact that the slopes of the asymptotes are positive and negative. Anybody got a clue? Where have we seen slopes of the asymptotes in our notes before? Or haven't we? Look back at your notes. You're not looking at them all right. Where have we seen the slope of the asymptotes? Or do I know what the slopes of the asymptotes always are? The asymptotes always go through the center, okay? So that's one way that I could use them, okay? Who? B over A is the slope of the asymptotes, right? Okay, so that's the other way that I can use them. So I'll show you both ways. So first, let me show you mathematically. So the slope is equal to plus or minus B over A. With me? Well, I already know that A is 2. And I know that the slopes are plus and minus 3 is going to equal plus and minus B over 2. Right? So what divided by 2 is 3? 6. So B has to be 6. Okay? Mathematically, that's how we can do it. Graphically, this is how we can do it. We know that the side of the box is along those two lines. Right? Okay? So the slope is 3. That's 3 over 1, correct? So up 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1. Up 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1. So right there is my corner of the box, because it's where the slope met up there. Well, that would give me then, this distance here would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So B would have to be 6 in both cases. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 all the way down. So there's the box. Oops. That means I can draw in my asymptotes. That means I can draw in my hyperbola. Do I need any more information in order to make the equation? No? Okay. So what is the equation of this particular hyperbola? Is it going to start x squared or is it going to start y squared? X squared, because it's left and right. So it's going to be x plus 2 quantity squared over 4, because it's a squared, minus y plus 4 quantity squared over equals 1. And that's the graph and the equation. Okay. So I didn't need to in this case because it didn't say find the asymptotes, find all that other stuff. I didn't have to find C, find the foci, find the equation of the two asymptotes, because it just said graph and find the equation. Okay. All right. What I'd like you to do now is, given this information, I would like you to find me the equation of the graph, or the equation of the hyperbola, and the graph of the hyperbola. All right, so we got vertices at 2, comma 5. 2, 2, 4, 5. So I got a vertice there. And 2 comma negative 1. So I got a vertice there. All right? Talk to me. What do I know? What you got, Matt?
Center.
Center where?
2,
2 comma 2? Love it. Ba-da-da-da-da. What else? A is 3? No. What you got, Janelle? B is 3, because that's up and down, right? Yeah. Yeah. B is 3. Julie, what do you got? Oh, well, let's just don't worry about vertices yet. Yeah, we'll get there, I promise. Anything else? Lex, what do you got for me? It opens up and down because the vertices are aligned vertical. That's a lot of V words in one sentence. It opens up and down. So that means it's going to be a y squared minus x squared type 1. Love it. Okay? Fantastic. Talk to me now, Julie, about foci. So what is the square root of 34? What part would I be able to fill in with the square root of 34? Just C is, yep, C. C squared would be what? 34, yeah, exactly, yep, okay. All right, so then C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. So C squared is 34, because C is the square root of 34. A squared, I don't know. But B squared then is 9. Right? So subtract 9, and that gets me A squared is 25. Actually, let's make it nice and pretty. I mean, let's color code things. So then 25 is A squared. So A is 5. So that means I'm going left and right. 5, 2, and 4, and 5. 2, and 4, and 5. And then making my box. Yepper. And then here. There. And then we can draw in asymptotes. And then we can draw it in. Right? And then we can give the equation. What's the equation? Parentheses. Y minus 2 quantity squared over 9er minus parentheses x minus 2 quantity squared over deuce 5 equals uno. Oh, snap. Crackle and pop. Huh? Is that clear now as mud, Kai? You kind of got to figure out what you're given and what you know and where you got to go with it and what you know and what you can do and then answer some questions and pop goes the weasel. Don't make me rhinestone. Rhinestoner for me. Thank you. All right, so today, worksheet 9.5, due tomorrow, backside. Okay, find me some equations and such. Well, it's probably good practice because, like on the backside, it's asking for all those things. So I would do those just as practice, you know, finding centers, vertices, asymptotes, all that stuff, because that's going to be what your quiz is like tomorrow. Yeah. So I would answer all those questions on the backside. Yes. Except you got a couple of blanks going on.